The best ever!
You weak, pathetic fool.
A good boss fight is something that is bigger than anything else in the entire level that you're playing, that when you get to it, you know something epic's gonna happen. And when it does happen, you go, whoa, that was awesome. When people think Zelda, they think exploration. I think big bosses. Now, Zelda has been known for this since Zelda began, but it started for me on Dungeon 1 of the original Legend of Zelda, because as you're going through there, you get to the last stage and you just hear, "Roar, roar," and you hear this like beast just breathing. You don't know what it is, but you know something bad is behind that door. It's this giant dragon. In old school NES games, especially in Zelda, you had Link who was this big, and the dragon was this big. Anything bigger than this in that game was astonishing. The only way I could beat it is if I had 3 hearts so I could spam it from far away with my lightning that shoots out of my sword or whatever it is, because I didn't want to get close to that, because if you got close to it, you were dead. If you look back at it, it's really not that impressive. It's just this dragon there, and you can kill it. If you have the Master Sword, you can kill it like one slice. But the thing is, it really set the tone for what made Zelda so great. And for me, I said, wow, this game is so full of just giant things. And this is unlike any other game I'm gonna play on the NES, and let alone any other game I'm gonna play in video games.
A good boss fight challenges everything you've learned up to that point. Kind of like a final exam of the level or dungeon or the game if it's the final boss. I've always liked the Elite Four from Pokemon Red and Blue. They're like a gauntlet that you have to go through back to back to back, and you have to fight all of them at once. And I remember I didn't realize that you'd have to do that when I first fought the first guy from the Elite Four. So I beat him, and I was like, yes! Now I gotta heal up everybody and go fight the next one. But no, you're on to the next fight right away. So you gotta be ready. You've gotta know everything there is to know about them, and if you don't, you have to be ready for anything. After I beat the last guy, the Dragon Master, killed off all his dragons, and I thought, I did it. I beat the Elite Four. Just kidding, you gotta fight your rival, Douchebag McFartface. That's what I wanted to call him, but there was a character limit.
Nobody embodies the best boss fight ever more than Shadow Link. Not the Ocarina of Time Shadow Link, no, that guy's a wuss compared to the Shadow Link from Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. He is the final boss, and pretty much everything you did up to this point won't work. All of his magic spells are pretty much useless. I had this tactic wherever you fought these shield guys who like raise and lower their shield, you could do like this crouch jump stab and you pretty much hit them every time. Does not work on Shadow Link. He was beating my ass in. I had like one segment of health left, so I crouched in the corner and waited for him to attack me so I could counter, and he just stood there, staring, waiting for me. I did that for like 30 seconds before I realized he is the smart one here. He's going to counterattack me, and I don't have a choice. It was scary.
The best old school boss fight to me is, it's gonna be a little weird, but in Conker's Bad Verde on the Nintendo 64, the Great Mighty Poo. When else are you going to, as a tiny little red squirrel, fight a giant monster made of shit that sings?
I am the Great Mighty Poo, and I am going to throw my shit at you.
You have to collect a bunch of sweet corn and throw it into the center of this poo mountain. And out from the center, after you've collected enough sweet corn, comes the giant shit monster. After I beat the Great Mighty Poo, it's pretty rewarding. I mean, you flush him. So, you know, I'm kind of sad because then the song ends. But, you know, he gets flushed down, and I have to go down there afterwards, like, because it opens up this, you flush him down, and that's where you have to go, like, down this hole, further down into Shit Mountain. I was really worried, because I don't want to jump down the place I just sent the giant shit monster.
When I knock you out with all my map, I'm going to take your head and ram it up my butt.
Your butt.
My butt.
Your butt.
That's right, my butt. My butt. My butt. Yeah.